In the DigiTeRRI Project, actually, we are working with what it's called responsible research and innovation. At the end of the day, that's basically refers to the involvement of the different actors in a particular region, territory, ecosystem, so they can actually, be included in decision making or participating in the co-creation and co-definition of what the main principles, the policies, and so on and so forth. I can see here what you are trying to do is to create, a space where actually all the actors can meet, contribute, co-create, define, and actually, somehow also guide organizations like yours, to push them a little bit further. What are the benefits of doing so? It takes time to have this organized, but what is the benefit of that approach versus a top-down, policy-driven or politicians-driven, approach?
Well, I think the commitment from different parts really, building bottom up are really the commitment from these organizations are the big issue, or not the issue. No, it's the big main success factor really. So the commitment are when you're building a bottom up, it's a success factor, but I would say that. Working with the big systems like this, then you have some kind of a movement. If you can create a movement. So our healthcare system is in Värmland, for example. They are now begin to start working with innovation in new ways because they are a part of DigitalWell Arena. Because they also think they can have help and support to do that. They can also easily connect to innovative companies. They can't do that by themselves really. It's hard for them. They can also connect to the research in new ways because we have a multidisciplinary research group from many different areas really to think about how can we change people's behavior and digital health by digital health services. So if we connect all these actors into something so they can feel trust and support to really from their perspective develop new services for the society, then something happens, and which you can't really control and see, and you have to follow these transformal measure. We measure how we can really our progress in our direction. So we can see changes happen during the process. They are not directly many times, so we see changes. So we think if we have 10 years to make a transformation, then we need to see that change because it's a change of culture. It's a change of believing. It's a change of behaviors, and that's the problem when it comes to digitalization. It's not the technology. It's not the tech. We have the tech very many times, but it's our ability to implement in new services and make it available for many. If you take Sweden, for example, we have 21 regions and 290 municipalities, and they all decide what's best for them by themselves. So when you have an innovative company, it's a very good service, or one region develop a very good service, it's very hard to scale it to others because they have different ways to see how they evaluate services, and we also think many of them think, at least they can solve it by themselves. So then you don't have a well-functioning market when it comes to health services. So that's also a transformation we are working with in DigitalWell Arena. So I think that's, as you see, to understand that transformation process. And then Region Värmland could be some kind of on the cutting edge area to make it possible to see, to have the courage to test new things, to do that. So we will see Värmland as a sandbox really for change in the health sector. So that's, I think, if you look into our regional perspective as a sandbox, I think that's the best way to see it.
But then that would be the last question actually. How do you see in this regard the region? I guess that's that's happening everywhere. Actually, in a lot of places across Europe, depopulation, brain drain. So basically, when they are going, people are going to bigger cities. The fact that probably, some areas are getting behind in this regard. Did you see the region, strong enough, as I said before, in between two cities, two big cities, will probably have the capacity to attract talent, to be able to compete, and to get stronger in this regard?
Yeah, we see it, of course, but we also, I believe, if we are very competitive, we make very good innovation programs and do a lot in forefront of others and so on, we really attract people to be in our environment. I will give you an example. We are today in Compare 25 of us in the late recruitment process. We have applicants from Stockholm, from Helsinki, from Malmö, from different parts of Sweden and from Norway to be part of this tech innovation platform we are in that, because we think differently and we really see that we are a national and international player when it comes to solving our complex challenges. I would say we think not regionally, we think nationally and internationally. And then we have to attract people where they are. So we're also a virtual organization. So we think we have an innovation hub in Stockholm, we have one in Oslo in Norway, we have one in Karlstad of course, and then in Arvika, Värmland. So we are connecting innovation hubs together. So you can be and work wherever you want, really. So that's the digitalization world, I would say. So I have a national and international network working with, but I also can live in Värmland. 5 minutes to golf and skiing, where I'm really fond of, and that's really the benefit of being in the digital world, I would say.
I'm almost feeling the need to come here and live. Huh?
Yeah, it's beautiful in Värmland.
Thank you, Magnus. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.